So this is what happens when civilizations fall. You think about like the Dark Ages, right? So like after Rome falls, right, you have basically this period of time where I mean just things are just as awful as they could possibly be, right? Because there's no money, there's no trade, there's no protection anymore. Like the civilization has fallen, and now you have just several years of where basically technology comes to a not only a dead standstill, it actually goes back, because the Romans had great things. The Romans had like roads that were like way better than our current roads today, right? They had like
Sewage systems?
Huh?
Sewage systems?
Yeah,
Seriously,
they had
I mean?
aqueducts, and they had
Aqueducts, yeah.
and yes, sewer systems and things like that. They had all sorts of crazy. I actually watched a YouTube video where basically once again another person that was like talking in front of a class. He was arguing that the Romans were actually probably pretty close to steam technology, and we didn't get back to steam technology until we're in America, a lot longer. It took time for civilization to build up after the fall of something like that. And you have to realize, Rome was pretty big. It was the entire known world at the time. But now think of our world now, you know what I mean? And the way that the United States and the Chinese government, how we basically control the majority of the world. If one of us falls, you know what I mean? What happens? Like, you have another dark age where people go back down into this, you lose technology. You go back in time, things get really hard. And it's funny. It's like, when people are forced to survive, when we're no longer living in cushy lives, that's when people get really smart. You know what I mean? It's because they're forced to be smart. You're forced to be smart because you have to survive. We get dumb in our comfort because we're not like pain is a motivator. I'm pretty sure the argument is that pain is a motivator to push you forward. You know what I mean? And if you don't have it, you wouldn't do anything.
You and I agree that hard time that when you're in certain circumstances, you become more resourceful, you become more motivated, you become more intelligent as a result, right?